Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Sunana. I'm a beginner makeup artist and a beauty content creator on Instagram, and this is my first ever YouTube video, and I thought why not start it with the most requested video on my Instagram, that is the base makeup tutorial. I'm a brown girl with hyperpigmentation and sunspots, and people are always curious about how I create such flawless base. So that's what I'm going to be sharing today. With that being said, let's just get started. You should always start with a clean canvas. I've already washed my face and now I'm going to be applying this moisturizer by Plum. This is the Stair Ceramide and Barrier Face Cream. So if you have dry skin, you should be using a cream moisturizer. I'm going to thoroughly moisturize my face. So before moisturizing, you can also apply toner, but I have skipped it. Make sure to always give some time for your products to absorb, at least 1 minute in between each step of your skincare. So for the primer, I'm going to be using the Prime and Perfect Hydrating Primer by Insight Cosmetics, and apply on the areas where you have open pores. Make sure to really press the primer in. So I'm using a hydrating primer because I have a dry skin type. If you are someone with oily skin type, you can also go for silicone based mattifying primer. Let the primer sit in for 30 seconds to 1 minute. Okay, now I'm gonna do color correction. If you're someone who has hyperpigmentation or acne marks, you will have to color correct, or else those areas are gonna turn gray. So I do have hyperpigmentation around my mouth area and a little bit of discoloration under my eyes and on the temple area as well. So I'm gonna do color correction. So for the color correction, I'm gonna be using the Camouflage HD palette by Forever 52. I'm gonna go in with this light orange shade because my hyperpigmentation isn't that deep. If your hyperpigmentation is extremely deep, then you might want to go with such a deep orange. So I'm just gonna take that in a smaller brush and apply it on the areas where I need it. First I will just gently tap and then I will blend. My mouth area is the major problematic one, so you need to use a very light pressure or else the product is just gonna come out. And just tap it in, don't drag like this, just tap it in, just press in under my eyes, on the temple area, and always blend it lightly using the brush itself in which you are applying, and then go in with a wet beauty blender. I'll show you in a second. Now once you're done applying the orange concealer and lightly blending it using the same brush, go in with a damp beauty sponge and lightly blend it again. Don't blend too hard or else you're going to take out all the product, so that you can get rid of those harsh lines and excess product. Now if you have redness on your cheeks, then orange color corrector will not work. You will have to go and use the green color corrector. I might make a video on color theory next. Do let me know if you're interested. So the next step is to neutralize. Now what do I mean by neutralize is, if you directly apply foundation over your orange color correction, it's gonna look peachy, right? The orange is gonna peek out through the foundation. So you have to first neutralize this orange and then you will apply the foundation. So for neutralizing, you have to use a concealer of your skin shade. So I'm gonna be using this, that is the closest to my skin from the same palette. So I'm gonna apply it over the orange concealer wherever I applied, like this, and lightly blend it like how we did for the orange. Now the pro tip is not to apply too much concealer under your eyes. Apply over this eye as well. See, you can see there's no peach or anything. The orange is gone. Okay, gonna do the same. Probably use a bigger brush for the mouth area, but now that I have started, I'm just gonna stick to this one. Okay, taking a bigger brush, I'm gonna neutralize the forehead area as well. I hope you guys are able to follow. The trick here is to be patient. Don't overblend it. Use very light hands and just... Now as I mentioned earlier, we will again go in with a damp beauty sponge and just gonna dab the product in very lightly. So this is what it looks like so far. Normally I would just apply some powder and go with this itself. So on top of this, we're gonna be applying the foundation. So for the foundation, I'm gonna be using this Forever 52 Pro Artist Ultra Definition Liquid Foundation in the shade Sunday. This is a good shade match for me, but it's a little bit yellow for my skin. So I'm gonna be mixing this Charmasi Milano CMC Matte Foundation in the shade 02. So I take one pump of the Forever 52 foundation And then I do a tiny little pump of this one because it's a very light shade for me. So I'm just gonna do a little. Now I'm gonna mix it using my fingers. So I have to mix it thoroughly to get my shade. So I figured this out after a lot of trial and error that this is the amount that works for me. Now I'm gonna pick up very little product on this brush like so, and I'm just gonna remove the excess by tapping it on the palette itself. You'll just apply it. I'm not gonna apply much on the areas where I have done the color correction and neutralizing because it's really not needed. So don't ever apply your foundation directly onto your face using your fingers and then blend it. It's gonna be hard to blend it. It's gonna dry out faster. So this is the best way to do it. See, we didn't need much. Apply very little and then build it. See how I'm avoiding the areas we did the color correction? Very mindful, very demure. You guys can see the shade mixing, whatever I did, it works for me. The thing is, I haven't been able to find the right shade of foundation. So try to use as minimum product as possible on your nose because your nose is the exposed area and your makeup tends to fade away faster from there, if that makes sense. You really don't need that much product on this side of your cheeks, but since I have a lot of product left out, I'm gonna be applying it. So this is what it looks like with the brush application, and I still have this much product. You know the drill, we're gonna take the beauty blender and go over it. So this is what it looks like so far. As you guys know, I haven't applied anything on my neck, but still you cannot make out much difference. Now that's how your base makeup should look like. So I recommend using a setting spray right after this step because it will help you hold all of the layers that you have just applied, and then go ahead with all of your coloring, and then finally at the end also set it with the setting spray. So I'm using the Fix Mist by the Red and Black Pro Cosmetics to set it. You probably don't need that much, I just overwent with it. It's gonna take at least 3 to 5 minutes to set. This is what the finished makeup looks like. Isn't it just flawless? So I have done a little bit of highlighting and I've applied blush. I haven't applied any powder, no highlighter, nothing. Because I just wanted to show you guys how it looks with just some blush and highlighter on. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and do let me know if you have any video request or any concerns related to makeup that you would like me to address. I would be more than happy to create those videos. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. This is it for today. Bye bye.